This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
Call. Are we missing anybody? Luis. Luis is not there, correct?
Correct.
And Dylan is not there.
Correct.
Right.
But we have everybody else.
Yeah, I believe so.
Is there anyone there for public speak? I don't see anyone.
No.
Okay. All right. So since we're running late, we will jump right into it. Jason, can you introduce yourself?
Hi. My name is Jason Montgomery. I am the Director of Development and Communications at Stavros Center for Independent Living. I have a colleague who may be joining me in just a moment, named Sam. Sam heads our wheelchair operations program, which is one of the newer programs at Stavros that I hope to talk to you guys about.
Great. And where is it located? Amherst?
So we service all of Hampshire, Hampden, and Franklin County, but we have offices in Amherst and in Springfield.
Okay. And Springfield newer?
Springfield is relatively newer. The office is about 8 years old at this point. We did have another office in Springfield prior to that, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can just start by saying like basic services, or how somebody could apply.
Yep. I will gladly do that. I do have a little presentation if folks aren't adverse to seeing it. Great. So
perfect.
Yeah, I'm just bringing them up here. Bringing it up here. So Stavros Center for Independent Living. We are one of the 11 independent living centers here in Western Massachusetts. Our mission at Stavros is to help persons with disabilities and deaf people develop the tools and skills they need to take charge of their own life. We accomplish this through programs and services designed to meet the needs of persons of any age and disability as they work to achieve their life goals, the life goals that are important to them. So we were founded in 1974 by a group of individuals with spinal cord injuries. Now, 51 years later, we're still working to help individuals with all disabilities to live independently. And we do this through counseling, skills training, and many other supportive programs. So our philosophy is we believe, even though we have been around for 50-something years now and do a lot of work, we still believe that grassroots disability advocacy is the most important kind of element of what we do. It follows the self-empowerment model that directs the focus of all of our activities. Whether it's the board of directors, our consumer advisory boards, our disabled staff, or the people with disabilities, directly, they shape all of our programming. So some of our advocacy, because we advocate at both the state and federal level, you can look through some of those things briefly, or you can find more about the work that we do on our website in the realm of advocacy. We're the third independent living center in the nation and the first rural independent living center. So the first being Berkeley in California, the second, and I throw it up because BCIL was still doing transitional living when they decided to call themselves an independent living center. So I'm just saying, are they really the second? Or are we the second? Because we weren't doing any transitional living. So,
Dear buddy.
Yeah. We follow a nothing about us without us philosophy. More than 50% of the people employed with Stavros have disabilities. We're here to serve the community and ensure that basic human rights of self-determination are always met. So how do we do that? We have a variety of programs. We basically throw them into three pots, either the PCM, which is largely what we're known for, the personal care assistant services, our IL services, which encompass a variety of things, whether that's peer advocacy, whether that's our transition to adulthood, vocational rehab, our home sweet home program, which builds ramps and access services for people free of charge or low cost. A variety of other programs. All of that kind of falls into IL, independent living. And then our advocacy, we do, like I said, we directly advocate through our systems change work and our direct advocacy work. So a lot of our programs, or I should say this, all of our programs, if you want service through Savros, the best thing to do is call directly. Call our Amherst office and speak with our information and referral center. Our information and referral, we serve 10,000 people every month. Yeah, so we serve 10,000 consumers every month through our IL services or our PCM services. So we are one of the larger providers in the community. Like I said, a lot of people know us from our PCM services, but that is not all we do. We do quite a bit of direct service. In fact, Sam, who is our one of our newest employees, I'll bring up their slide real quick. Sam has taken over our wheelchair operations program. And as such, as soon as I pull up their slide, they can tell you a little bit more about what it is that the wheelchair operations program does and how you can get involved in it.
Welcome, Sam.
I'm running a bit behind, a little bit slow, but I'll have it open in 1 second.
Sam. Oh, Sam, you're muted.
Going in and out or something, yeah.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Sam Becker, new operations manager for the wheelchair program. Our wheelchair program is really about shortening the time it takes to have people have their wheelchair repaired, as well as making things more comfortable while they are having their wheelchair repaired, if it is a longer repair. So we are doing simple repairs and loaners. We're partnering with National City Mobility. At this time, we are getting largely referrals from them to repair people's wheelchairs, so speeding up the process there. But we're looking to, get the word out about what we're available to do, so anybody can contact us directly. We'd like anybody who knows anybody who have a wheelchair that is in need of repair or is already having a repair done, and if they're having a repair done, in that case, and they would like a loaner, we can help out with that. We're available to help all Mass Health members in Franklin, Hampshire, Hamden, Berkshire, and Worcester counties.
Leslie, that'll be a good thing to put on our page.
Yeah. Actually, Jason, would you be able to share your presentation with us?
Yes, I can share the presentation and the flyer, the poster that you see up right now about wheelchair operations. No, I want you to show my screen. So you can see the wheelchair operations information. I'll gladly connect you with that. And I'll go ahead and send around Sam's email, if Sam, you don't mind.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Please contact me if you know anybody or any opportunity for us to, present about our services anywhere, share posters and flyers. We're trying to get the word out now.
No. The other program that we've just started up is a program called Take Charge. Take Charge is it's based on the World Health Organization's peer-to-peer stress management and mental health kind of initiative. Folks sign up for this program, and of course, I'm trying to open to show you, and technology is a dream. This particular program, connects people with peer partners. They work on mental health services, stress management services, and it is a relatively new program that we just began. That said, it is designed for individuals to work with other individuals with disabilities on mental health services. And I'm going to try to show you that flyer too, but I will gladly send it around and save us all some trouble. So it's about managing stress, managing problems, and strengthening a social support. So it's free one-on-one support that helps to build resilience, developing coping skills, managing stress, and connecting with community resources. So this is a relatively new program. There are 5 sessions that the individual will work with their Take Charge counselor on. And yeah, it's an exciting program. And always, I don't have a flyer for this one, but our Home Sweet Home program is always looking for individuals who are looking for home modifications or access ramps built on their homes. The Home Sweet Home program provides either low cost or no cost home modifications using Title B and other monies.
Can you give some more examples besides a ramp?
So we've done things like stair lifts. We've done bathroom modifications. I know we've done some minor kitchen modifications in the past, but I wouldn't be able to comment on those because it's been a while. But normally, what we try to do with Home Sweet Home is what modification do you need to stay in your house or to get out of a nursing home to get to your house? And so we really try to work with the individual. We're partnered with USA Medical Supply on that particular project. So we really look to do the modifications that keep people in place, but they're all based around access. So
Is there like a cap of money that can be spent?
I'm not sure on. I would have to talk to Lois Brown, but I really think it's more of what can we find, what monies can we find that are publicly available and privately available to meet the need.
And is there any sort of like you have to stay in the house for 3-5 years or whatever?
No. Because essentially we lend the ramps. And so let's say you live in the house for 20 years and you're ready to move and your new house doesn't need a ramp. We'll come and pick the ramp up, repair it, and recycle it. In the same way that if you are a renter, and we'll work with your landlord to get the home modifications done and then get the property back to where it was if the home modifications aren't going to be needed later.
And that has you have to qualify financially?
No, we don't do a financial qualification. However, if you do have more financial means to do the program, we may ask that you do some kind of copay. We also run a durable medical equipment program, the DME program, which provides free durable medical equipment to those who need it. So this can be anything from a shower chair to an electric wheelchair, a Hoya lift, really whatever is on the DME site. And I'll send around this information again with a follow-up email. That DME is available. We also accept gently used DME, but Hector has a different idea of what gently used is than I do. So I've seen some things that are beat up come through, but we accept those donations, we fix them up, and then we get them out to people who need them.
And when you guys say wheelchair, it's all wheelchairs. So
all
electric.
wheelchairs. Yep, electric, manual, basically any The only thing that really stops us from getting electric wheelchairs out is having access to new batteries. That's probably one of our largest fundraising activities, is trying to find batteries. I think at one point we had 26 or 27 chairs lined up, ready to go to families who needed them, and we just couldn't actually at that point track down the batteries because there just weren't enough of them on the market. But then the cost of getting them in was astronomical at that point. So yeah, it really, as many as we can get, we end up turning around.
Now, is there a program with you or someone else about getting a vehicle that can have a electric wheelchair or whatever?
Unfortunately, we don't run a program like that currently, and I know that that is a huge issue, and it's one that we're starting to look at to say how can that be, how can transportation in all of its facets be addressed? A lot of the work that we had done prior to this was with PVTA, but we're looking at transportation as being kind of a larger issue. So our system change advocates can speak better to that than I can. I'm just the razzle dazzle guy.
Sam, do you have a favorite part of this program? Is he still there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm still here. And, my favorite part of it is, just being able to provide a very different experience for people than they often have when they're trying to get their wheelchair repaired. We can often send somebody out that day and people are really, surprised that we have the staff ready to do that. It really is, expediting the process by weeks and months when we, get a call from somebody who needs help and can send somebody out that day and get the ball rolling with an assessment and the parts ordered, and then often repairs are happening, later that week.
So again, there's no program that could even make modifications, because I feel like I applied like 20 years ago and you had a program where you could modify a car, maybe not for a wheelchair, but like if I, had a handicap, you could put the brake on the handlebar or whatever.
Let me ask our CEO about that.
Okay.
She's been here for 34 years, so she'd be able to tell me.
So Jason, you mentioned that some of your services are available to people who have mass health.
Yes,
Is that true for everything?
Sorry?
Is that true for everything, or just?
No, there are some programs that we run that are strictly for mass health eligible individuals, but a majority of the programs are not. And in fact, we take it a step further in we don't, for a majority of our programs, ask for any medical verification from individuals to quote unquote prove their disability status. So we take it on, hey, if you're here and you're talking to us, you're part of the community. So eligibility, unfortunately, though, for some programs run by the state that we do manage, they are limited to mass health individuals. The wheelchair operations program, and Sam can speak to this further, we're looking to expand that beyond mass health eligible individuals as we ramp the program up.
Do folks have other questions? Jason, can you mention the other business you run, the 50 Arrow? Because you
Some
can get
of you
in.
might know me from around Easthampton. Yeah, I am the founder and operator of 50 Arrow Gallery, located in Eastworks. We are a social justice-based gallery who center BIPOC voices and accessibility across all lanes. So we're all located on the first floor of Eastworks. Yeah, so folks might know me from around town. And if you do, I apologize. I'm really a nice person, I swear.
But do the doors, because I know you're, like you said, you're on the first floor. Do the doors to the building have the button or no?
Yes, they do. And I have been working with Will specifically around accessibility issues for the space. One of the things that we're dedicated to is having, deaf accessibility at our programming, but also having other accessibility at our programming. We are lucky enough that we're on the first floor, so we're highly accessible. There's no stairs, no bumps, no ramps, nothing to get in and out of our door. But the rest of the building, I think there's still some work that needs to get done.
You want to say what you currently have as art and then what's coming next?
Yes. So currently we have on display a show that is in partnership with the Slavery North program located at UMass. That show is a collection of community-based photography from an African-American community in New Brunswick, Canada. That community exists because they were all descended from slaves held in Greater Canada. So it is a contemporary look at the community as it exists I believe it stretches from like the 1918s to contemporary photos. Following that, we have a gentleman by the name of Daryl Clemmer, and Daryl is coming in to do a show of he does photos of action figures. But it sounds silly, but they're incredibly detailed and they look hyper realistic. For the sake of this conversation, though, in September, we're going to be showing a retrospective on Ken Brown. Ken is a pretty well-known artist from the 1980s and 90s. Ken has Alzheimer's. And so we're doing a show in partnership with Stavros to show his work and to bring attention to Alzheimer's, dementia, and other chronic and debilitating cognitive diseases.
And it's free.
Yep, it is all free. We don't charge anything for our work. And our space is available free of charge to anyone who might need it. So, and we try to focus that on groups who have been otherwise marginalized. So if you all have an event and you want a big open space to use, give me a call.
And is your neighbor there with the pots? Like, is that part of you officially, or?
Yeah, that is a part of what we do officially. So that is our Business Accelerator program. Our Business Accelerator program works with small creative-based businesses. We give them retail space and in exchange for gallery sitting. In the case of Hashi, they really wanted to work on having a full store. So we cover all the operational expenses and they run their business, and then they'll be transitioning to another shop here in the building. They're opening a full store, so they're getting practice doing that. But if anyone you know has a creative-based business and is looking to have some retail space, give me a call. Let them know that we exist. Because that program, really, I would love to see more people with disabilities utilizing that program, because it does offer a way to have some economic. Sorry, the gallery doesn't charge gallery fees, and we take no commission. So anything made at the gallery, a person keeps 100%. So ideally, individuals who are looking to supplement their SSI, if they are on SSI, I would love to talk to them about providing retail space.
And are you still the Attack Bear?
Yeah, we're still Attack Bear Press too. That is just another nonsense thing we do. Sorry. Yeah, Attack Bear Press has been in operation since 2016. You may have seen us around town. We have the poetry vending machines. We do the Holyoke Community Ofrenda every year for Dia de los Muertos. We partner with ECA a lot, so you probably know us from ECA.
You're everywhere.
Everywhere nobody wants to be.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Folks have questions? Not right now.
I've met you before, Jason, at the gallery.
Oh, excellent.
And it's nice to see you again. So I'm a professor at AIC,
Mm-hmm.
and in the art program. Actually, I'm the design professor, and I have a couple students who are like super talented. If they could get together, and our BIPOC, BIPOC students, if they could get together and propose like a gallery showing to you, would
Love
that
it.
be of
Love
interest?
it. I would love it. And they don't even have to have a full proposal prepared. Normally in those type of dynamics, what I'd like to do is meet the individual, maybe do a quick portfolio review, because when we work with an artist, we basically say, okay, go nuts. This is your space for 8 weeks. Let's see what you come up with. So it's less of a proposal based and more of a portfolio review. But I would love to meet them, give them my contact, tell them to call me.
Okay, that would be great. That's such an amazing opportunity.
Well, thank you. Glad to do it. We're glad to do it.
Any other questions? No? All right. Well, thank you. And
Thank
I'll
you.
forward the email, all the info on to everybody else when you send it to me.
Will do. Thank you so much. It's been great. And thank you, Sam, for
Okay.
joining.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Talk to you again.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So Leslie, where's this gallery?
In Eastworks.
What's it called?
I wrote it
50
down,
Arrow Gallery.
the arrow.
I actually just ran a dance event there. So it's pretty cool. It was cold because the heat wasn't working, but I think they worked on that now.
Which door do you go in?
It's like in the middle of the two doors downstairs, on the first floor.
So near where the registry is? Or?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. So I just wanted to say I got an email from Maddie who was helping us, and she said she can't help us anymore because her workload has gone up, so she's not going to be coming to any more meetings. I'm a little confused because Dylan's not here, but also his supervisor was supposed to be coming to every meeting. She came to last meeting. Do you guys remember?
Allison?
Yeah, Allison. Yeah. I don't know.
That was even 2 meetings ago. I think she wasn't here.
Okay, so I need to make sure that I'm including Allison. Maybe I didn't include, but I don't know how it works for them, but I thought that maybe they had a Google Calendar and they put it in that they're supposed to be there, because we are supposed to have a staff member, or that's not how you want to word it. We're supposed to have a member, active member running present at the meeting, not just running it on our own. So I don't know what kind of violation that is or what. I'll have to check into that. Cyril, hi.
Hello.
Hi. So 3 meetings in, right? Third
Sorry?
meeting. Is today the 3rd meeting
Third meeting of what?
that
That
you've
you-
been to?
Oh, I feel like it's been more than 3, but possibly.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think maybe even 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
4. I was just checking in. How we doing?
Oh, fine.
Is there stuff that you want us to cover off the top of your head? Like people you might want us to have come be speakers? I mean, I'm open to suggestions anytime, but I thought I'd just ask now.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought of anything. I don't feel like I have a lot of knowledge of like what's in the area. So I've actually been appreciating kind of hearing who's been coming in. Yeah, I don't know anything. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
Bryce. Hi.
You're muted, Bryce. We can't hear you.
There you go. How you guys doing?
I'm
Good.
good.
Is Jennifer with you?
Who's
Yes.
with you? Oh, yeah.
I'm with them, but we also have
Sure.
another Riverside staff with us named Melanie. She's listening in to learn about the meetings.
Okay. Bryce, is there anything that you wish we would talk about going forward? Any issues
Uh,
that are important to you?
she's asking you. I don't know.
That's okay. If you think of something another day, you guys can just email me, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Hi, Bruce. Is there
Hello.
anybody that you were hoping we would hear from in the near future?
No, but I was very impressed with the Stavros presentation, so they've spread out since I first got to know them, so that's
Yeah. Yeah.
I have some ideas for contacting them and stuff like that. So.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Leslie, what about you? You got anybody you're hoping can come?
I have to think about it because I do think I know some people who might be interested in sharing, a little bit about what they do or what they hope to see or interesting initiatives. I have to
Good.
see
I'm
if
glad.
interested and also available at this time. That makes it a little tricky.
It does make it tricky. Jeff Brown and Eli, do you have anybody?
I don't have anything in mind right now.
Okay.
Is Jeff Brown here? I don't think he's here.
Yeah, I'm here. I've been off and on. I got a couple customer service calls, but I've been mostly listening. Yeah, but I'm here now. Yeah.
Is there anybody you want to come? And then also, do you want to just tell us how you updated the list and what you think needs to be done next?
Yeah, I'm just right now I'm just working out okay, I think I got everybody, but I got most of everybody who has like active email addresses. I tried to okay, just sent it now. I was working on that, but yeah, so I went through and I called all the numbers on the resource list. If you've seen the previous resource list, it looks pretty much the same. Cereal Wildflower Alliance was actually listed under its previous name. I forget. But yeah, I ended up moving it. It was listed as a God damn it, my cat's trying to get in the you can see on top of the fridge, the cat is gonna knock over the food. It's gonna fall behind. She's trying to get in the cabinet. But and so anyway, I didn't add anything. And there was obvious name changes. I changed names. I called all the numbers. It's just verified. Some things were just totally outdated and I deleted them. It was just number changes and obvious name changes where, things aren't called stuff anymore.
Okay.
That's really helpful. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so the formatting is a mess still. It needs you can't you can't like change anything without other stuff just moving around. And
Leslie, is that something you could help with at all? Leslie?
Probably. I'm not exceptionally good at Microsoft Word. I use more design programs, but then if I put it into a design program, no one else would be able to edit it.
I feel like it should be there should be some sort of editable spreadsheet or something like that in the Google Doc I'm sure if we get it there, I mean, I can try to come up with an idea for, I can look at it again with an idea of adding area codes to the numbers and trying to format a functional list. it's a different process. It'll be just a lot of copy pasting and, I don't know,
So
creating.
we'll have you send that out to all of us, and then that'll be our homework until next meeting to just go over it, see if we, forgot something that one of us maybe
Yeah.
knows.
So what I'm thinking is it should be in a spreadsheet, and there should also be a form that would be easy to
Add.
add to. Like you can create like a simple three line form where it's like type, category of resource, name of organization, and number, and you'd fill it out like it was a questionnaire, but then that would appear on a spreadsheet. That's pretty easy to do. I've done it for other things. And then I could figure out, then from there we could figure out how to turn the spreadsheet back into like a chart that's more visually similar to what we have now. I think those things would all be quite, quite easy, but I'd have to play with it.
Okay.
And then, I mean, but you all have the editable list right now to look at what's there. I'd volunteer to take it on again and get back to you next month with what I have, and I don't know.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.
So, Jeff, because the COD email address, the Easthampton Gov, has a Google account, would it be helpful for you to do what you're doing in that Google account?
Perhaps. Where was the list that I was able to edit in the first place?
Just online.
It was a PDF that's on the COD city webpage.
I don't, I mean, I'm sure that whatever I create can be shareable with someone who can then, either import it or I'm not, I don't know. I mean, if what you're suggesting is simple, do it. If it takes any effort at all, I think there's a workaround.
Okay. I think I'm jumping the gun a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
shoot me an email with your thoughts.
okay.
All right. Well,
My next question is, I feel like people have had some birthdays and we missed them. Eli, when was your birthday?
June 7th.
Oh, man. Well, he gets really shy about mentioning it in group, which is why I didn't say anything. Is anybody else having a birthday?
I just had a birthday.
That's what I thought. Did it say it on Facebook that it was your birthday?
Yes. I turned
Okay.
55 in February. So now I can use the Easthampton Council on Aging services unbelievably.
Look at
I don't know how that
that.
happened.
Are you happy about it?
Well,
Are you like,
it's better than the alternative.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm very satisfied with where I am in life, and it took me 55 years to get here, and I'm glad to be here.
Good.
that's great. Do we have birthdays coming up soon? Next meeting? No? Okay. All right. On that note, though, every year we talked about doing a party for us, and we never did it. So I think COVID hit, and then we didn't do it because of that. And so when I say party, I just mean a gathering, maybe at Nonotuck Park or something, with some food coming up this summer. There was also in the past, we were not going to have it just be our COD. We were going to invite all the committees, actually, so that we could have some intermingling so we could learn what they do. Honestly, Cyril and Leslie, maybe even Bruce, you weren't here for this, but we were having, Eli and I were having once a month meetings with committee chairs. And it went on for a while, like whoever would show up. It was usually the same 2-3 committees. I think there's like, I don't know how many committees there are, 20 committees, and we would get the same 2 to 3 people. But the whole point was to cross-reference and know each other, and because we're all working under the mayor, and then it just seems silly that, you know, we don't even recognize each other on the street. So I would like to return to that. I know that there's a lot of subcommittee meetings that I mentioned to you guys for all our different projects, but that's another one that I might want to go back to. Maybe there's fresh faces that will be willing to come. So it would technically be like we would ask that the chair and a co-chair definitely come to the meeting, and then any of you that want to can and should.
Yes.
Because most of us don't even know how many meetings are out there, what we could get out of it, how we could help each other, that type of thing. I know some people, well, Stan's not with us anymore, and I'm sad. Stan had removed himself, but I'm not really sure why. I don't know if maybe he didn't feel useful. I've heard that before from people. I know that we don't get a ton done, so to speak, because nobody really includes us in their projects. But again, we're working on that, right? Working on having the city let us know what's going on as they're applying for the funds. Let us know what's going on so we can be part of it going forward. Cyril, are you aware, what is the name of that there's a training basically about like all the policies and like how the building, like a code training on, how do I explain it, Eli?
Is that the community access monitor
Yes.
training?
Yes. Have you ever heard of something like that?
No, I haven't, but I'll take a note on that.
Eli, could you just say what you learned in it? It's like a 2-day, all-day thing. It's a long one.
Oh.
It's a long one.
Yeah, it was basically about all of the state and federal regulations about how things need to be built for wheelchair access and
Right.
types of access. And to be honest, like, I don't remember much of it.
Is that the
Fair.
course? The 5
Yeah,
hour?
I think I remember. Oops, hold on one second. Hey,
So
are you coming in here now? You client?
It's all saved.
I can
on-
bounce.
You go into the state.
I'm not on with a client right now, so
site,
yeah. You're good. You're good. You're good.
and, you can
Okay.
choose what you want to watch. So it's very comprehensive, and it's amazing what Massachusetts has done and what they're doing. They're sort of ahead of the curve of a lot of states. So it's impressive. But it is detailed because it's like architectural and things like that. So
Got you. So this is the kind of the training you guys had mentioned to me previously. Got it.
it's free, and it's on the Mass Commonwealth repertoire, whatever they
The
call it.
Massachusetts Office of Disability.
MOD, right?
Angelique,
Yes.
Eli and I should also talk about the meeting we went to with the Northampton Chamber, because they want to know if we want to participate.
You read my mind. I was just about to say it. Go for it.
I was just looking at the time. I didn't want us to run out of time.
Well, first I wanted you, are there any updates from emails or the Facebook account, anything new that people wrote?
Nope, nothing new. I will forward around there, we get the Mass COD newsletter, and I think there are some things in there that might be of interest, so I'll forward that to the committee.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead. So explain what happened.
Do you
So
want
you-
to, or would you, I have the notes.
So
Oh,
you guys met with, because we did a project with them before, you met with Northampton and Amherst?
Amherst wasn't there. No one, it was
Okay.
just the Northampton Disability Commission, they call themselves, and Eli and I.
yeah.
Wonderful, okay.
Right, and and so what they want to do is a series of, what do you call it? Storytelling sessions, story reading sessions for kids. And so that they want to be disability accessible, and have ASL interpretation. And so a couple of issues are where to do it, how to get funding for ASL interpretation, and when to do it, and who's going to do the reading. Oh yeah, the person who does the reading, they wanted to have a disability.
Leslie, would you be willing to contact the mayor and just ask about funding, since the old mayor was all about it, and so, he probably is not, Mayor Derby probably knows nothing about that. We were told we could just ask for money for that if we needed it. I'm assuming, or I'm gonna go out on a ledge and say that the Marigold has been very kind to us, so they may be kind to us again since they're handicap accessible. And so what kind of stories? Like just any stories about disability, like books about disability, children's books?
Yeah, they said it's up to us. We would let them know so that it would be coordinated between our
Right.
reading and their reading, the story hour, they're calling it. I'm not sure if the Marigold would be right for it just because it's like a bar and this is a kids event. What do you think?
I mean,
It doesn't have to be a bar. I mean, so for me, I don't drink, so I forget that portion's even there. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jeff.
I feel like, honestly,
The library?
I feel like I think the Marigold might be a great place to invite people in. I think we would be the only ones using the space during the daytime. So it's not like there would be like, rowdy contingency. But also, I mean, the old flywheel area might also be, they have some kid events there. That might be a good space that's also accessible-ish, although you do have to ask for the side door to be open.
What about the library?
That was their suggestion. They were
The library isn't accessible.
I didn't think it was.
The annex is. I think that was the point of it. Yeah, but the children's section of the library is, markedly not accessible.
Okay. And are they looking for, is it like we're just doing it once, then they do it once, then, or is this like a series?
No, just once.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like the film thing.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sounds fun. Does anybody object to doing that?
I certainly don't object. The list of things that they want us to know, we would definitely have to decide on it at the next meeting. Like, I think we would have to kind of dedicate the next meeting to this, or at least a portion of it.
Is it a long list?
Well, it's find a location, date, what books, what age groups, who's the reader, and how are we going to provide all the accessibility? You know, they want an ASL interpreter, and they want the person who reads to be able to describe the pages for low vision. So
if it's an illustrated.
if it's an illustrated book, yeah. So and it would be taking place in July. So I think like our next meeting is April already. So we would have to really put some concentrated time into it, I think.
It is 12. We're supposed to close, but we started late. Is everybody okay staying a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, could I read and then describe, or are we looking for a professional that reads like that?
I think you could do it.
Okay. All right. Just trying to think where they're at. So yeah, Jeff.
Can we just see what, like, if they're asking for all these things, they clearly have at least the reader in mind who's skilled enough to do this.
They might.
I don't know that I've ever, you know, like maybe other people have a better vision of this than I do, but like, I think if I tried to describe every picture in a children's book, I wouldn't be as skilled as, you know.
Somebody is trained, yeah.
Yeah. There's probably people are probably trained a certain way to. Eli, do you have insight on how site descriptions for children's reading are supposed to go?
Not really. I assume there's certain details that are important, and
Yeah.
but I don't.
Leslie, can we just ask real quick if they already have a reader in mind that might do for us too?
Yeah, or if they have a source where they might get a reader from.
Exactly. Yeah, great.
There's also a service that is provided sometimes for people with low vision in museums, where someone like either it's pre-recorded, or someone walks with you and describes the pictures.
Right.
And sculptures, so it's accessible for people with vision issues. So maybe it would be like the same kind of training or person or whatever.
Okay. Thank you for remembering to bring that up. I feel like there's something else we were supposed to talk about, and I mean, obviously there's things, right? We're still December 3rd would be if we wanted to do an event for World Disability Day. That's still the PTSD panel. That's still the survey is still like can you just briefly, the survey meeting that I ended up being able to miss? Sorry, can you just mention it real quick? What happened at it and who was there?
Yeah, it happened before the February meeting, and so we talked about it at the last commission. I think maybe that was after you left. But it is in the minutes if anybody wants to see it. But the meeting was Eli, Cyril, and me. And Cyril and I were interested in how it went before. Basically, how did you come up with the questions? Was it disseminated? And Eli was able to answer a lot of our questions about that. So it was kind of like a foundational meeting, just getting us all on the same page. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, I think you nailed it.
I just think between now and the next meeting, if anybody thinks of ideas of questions we should put on it, you know, maybe they'll already be there, but just open your mind and think about things you think people want to know. Go ahead, Jeff.
I love the idea of just like broader questions and open-ended. and
Yep.
few questions. I feel like last time we tried to be exhaustive with 30 questions, and a lot of it was redundant, and the scales don't, are you somewhat, are you very, and I think I was a part of that, making it that way. But I mean, I just it's like, is this a problem? No, don't know. It's like,
Right.
why, and you could do that with government. You could do categories like government, public sidewalks, public venues, and just like 10 categories that might, and you know and then use that as a launching pad, because it's not an empirical study. It's probably most useful as a launching pad for refining further
Right.
projects and proposing future grants. And anything we propose based on this is going to have its own specifics.
Right. All right. So I will put together another subcommittee meeting and make sure that I'm there so we can discuss this between now and next meeting. I'll also try to make a subcommittee meeting about the book reading. Because meeting once a month, it can be tough to get stuff done. Before I forget, I just want to make sure the minutes, because we still have a quorum. So did anybody see anything wrong with the minutes?
No.
Can I have somebody vote them in?
Vote for the meeting minutes to be
Okay.
accepted.
Who can second?
I'll second.
Okay, so we're all in favor of the minutes being passed? Yes?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. I just didn't want to miss that. Okay. Trying to think what else. Yeah, I'm not sure what else. There's a lot of little things we want to get working on, and it's hard because we all have our own lives and our own disabilities and our own, things going on. So I know before we go, I just want to check in because I did ask you guys to think about your personalities and how best you can help our group. Like Bruce, for example, what do you think you're good at? Like public speaking? What are your niches that you know about in terms of disability?
Well, I would say procrastination is my top thing. But anyway, I'm a kind of a jack of all trades. I do public speaking and I do a lot of research for nutrition things related to wellness and stuff like that. So
if we asked you to research something different than nutrition, are you good at that or no?
I do. That's what I do all day.
Okay, that's what you do all day. See, I'm not great at research. It's one of my least favorite words when in college, research.
I have a lot of experience in psych and all that kind of stuff. So
I love it. Is there a project, Bruce? Because you're just, I feel like you're like a wealth of knowledge. Is there a project or anything you really want us to work on going forward while you're on here that you could spearhead, or just what are you interested in?
you're asking me or the group?
You specifically.
Things have changed quite dramatically fairly recently. So we have a new meal plan, so to speak, from the federal government. They typically went upside down. The other thing is we're trying to get people to change the order of what they eat for, especially breakfast, so they can start the day without spiking their blood sugar. And
you mean no cereal, no Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, something like that. But so there's an order of things to do to minimize the blood sugar spike, which is important for all of us. So So I'm teaching a lot on that, and it
Is
falls
there
on
like
deaf ears.
is there a 10 to 15 minute thing that you could teach us about it?
Yeah, I could do it in 5 or 10 minutes, if you want me to present it to the group sometime or whatever.
Yeah, could you do it next month?
Yes,
I would love that.
I might be able to find some visual supports for that too.
Okay. Thank you. I love that. Leslie, what are you good at? You said the online stuff, making the pages for us and keeping track of all that online stuff that we're not so good at.
I would say my skills, which kind of fall in line with what I do for work, are I have a master's in graphic design. I am good at marketing and communication. And because I'm a teacher, I'm comfortable speaking in front of groups.
And you also have kiddos that help you sometimes. Sometimes they volunteer, right?
Nexus does. Yeah, Nexus is a 22-year-old.
Is there anything coming up you think that Nexus would help you do with us?
It's hard to say. Nexus is very busy because they're maybe in the summer because they're a teacher and they're starting grad school.
Okay.
And teaching. So and you know they're 22. They have a lot going on.
Okay. I was just seeing if there was a mom-son opportunity, but if not, that's okay too.
Nexus is actually not a boy.
Oh,
This Nexus is AFAB,
okay.
assigned female at birth.
Okay. I have never heard AFAB. Thank you.
AFAB and AMAB are the terms that are correct now. You know how things change a lot? Those are the terms.
Okay.
So, assigned female at birth and now non-binary.
Okay, so addressing them, we would say, tell us.
Like I usually just use their name, like instead of, but pronouns
Anything.
they use they them.
Okay, all right. So they them, and then AFAB is. I mean, when would that come up? It doesn't
Like
come up
now. Like
Yeah.
because Nexus is a very gender non-binary name, but then Nexus, when you meet them, if you're thinking that they're a boy, you would be surprised.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It probably, I'm not even sure they would even want me to mention it, but but
Got it.
I just want your expectations to be ready when you actually meet them.
Absolutely. Please.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. Jeff, what are you good at?
Oh, what am I good? I'm probably brainstorming more than brainstorming. Sometimes tabling and kind of solo projects. I think are. I mean, I do have background in developmental disability and advocacy and research. It's yeah.
Is there any sort of training that you think you could run for us, like a little something?
I don't think so. Like, I don't know. I mean,
think about it.
Well, there's probably not much that I would be the best person to teach.
You come across as very knowledgeable and very smart, so I just feel like you're fibbing.
The best person to teach is well, thank you, but the best person to teach is key. I mean, I can, I know a little about a lot, but if you want expertise, probably not.
What I want is for us to know each other's strengths so that I don't put anybody in a position where they're uncomfortable. And I also don't miss out on something that somebody's really excited that they might want to contribute. That's what I'm doing this for.
I could speak volumes about how the model for adult day services and vocational placement is completely fake. But like, you know, it's like,
Hey.
you know, but I mean, it's not like, I don't know that we want that training. It's like the, you know.
Listen, so Louise is normally supposed to, she was taking over for Stan to do the, new events, things in the world, and she's not here. So, Eli, what do you feel like you're really good at besides running 2 computers at once?
I don't know. I was afraid you'd ask me that.
I know you're afraid. That's why I left you for last. I knew it.
Yeah.
I could sense it.
I don't know. As you know, I'm like, these days I'm really struggling. So I don't think you can answer that.
Well, can I ask, even if you're not currently writing, do you still teach about writing?
No, I'm not doing that anymore.
That's not a thing. Okay, got it. You know what Eli is really good at? He's really good at emotional support. So, and he's really good at being available when you need something. So, Eli, if you think of something else in the future that you want to share, please let me know. I think we lost Cyril, so I can't ask
What
them.
about you, Angelique? What are your strengths?
I don't know, guys. I gotta figure that out. I just do whatever I need to do, even if it's scary for me. So as long as I'm signed up to do it, I will work past my severe anxiety about being on camera or talking to people. So I don't think adding humor to everything could be, it's not very professional. So I know because the reason I think about this is if you go to another city town meeting, everybody's very serious. I'm not serious like that. Like we're getting serious business done, but also some things are funny. Some things are just funny. So I'm not sure. Can I get back to you, Leslie?
Well, you're a dancer, and so you lead community events.
I do lead community events, and I'm getting better at it. So thank you for mentioning that. So, getting people, organizing something, if we have a day and getting everybody together and getting everybody there and running the day and making sure it runs on time. I'm really good at time management, but other than that,
Wonderful strength to have.
So Angelique, if you're gonna dance and read at the same time and tell a joke, I think you'd have everybody's attention.
yeah, I could totally do that, actually. Well, thank you guys. I know we ran over because we started very late. But so I'm sad to not hear from Cyril. We'll have to ask Cyril and Louise next month.
And Bryce too.
Oh yes, and Bryce. And even Jennifer. And again, I mean, just before we go, of course, we're still recruiting. And again, so in the past, Eli and I, mostly Eli, went to the farmer's market outdoors. Eli, that's a lot, right? To sit there that many hours.
Yeah.
That was a lot. Yeah. So if any of you are willing to, like, we can ask for a table, or I have a table, or some of you have tables. Eli, do they supply the tent?
No.
I
mean, they might if they happen to have a spare tent.
Leslie, you have the sign currently, correct?
No, I think you do, Angelique.
I do? Oh, geez. Let me get my act together. Okay, so I think we recapped everything we're going to do for homework. And Bruce, even if we have a speaker next time, I still want to hear what you have to share. I'd really like us to get to know each other. And going forward, that party, that get together, is everybody okay with meeting somewhere and just sharing a little food for an hour?
That's
Doing something? Okay. All right. So we'll put that in the minutes.
just today, I learned a lot about people that I didn't know about. So it's a huge
Good.
thing. So,
Good. I really value you guys volunteering your time and, and I really care about all of you. I appreciate you showing up. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here with Eli talking to ourselves. So
we'll have a party.
that's right. So, of course, I have a yard, and it could also be at my home. I don't mind that on East Street. So that's always an option too, if we didn't have funds to be renting some sort of space. So, all right. So we'll put that down on to be determined as it gets warmer here. Yeah. Is there anything else that we need to make sure we get done before next meeting? So before we adjourn?
I don't think so.
I know that next time we got to kind of go over that primer. And we got to talk about meeting with the Chamber of Commerce, the LGBTQIA +1. So, all right. I guess motion to adjourn.
I'll move for that.
Okay, I will second it. Are we all okay with shutting down the meeting for now?
Yep.
Yes.
And what's the date for the next one? I don't have my phone in front of me.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see if I can get any.
And Leslie, I lost my phone right before the meeting. Can you call it a bunch of times so I can see if I can find it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Our next meeting is the 2nd. April. April 9th.
April 9th. Okay. All right. And again, if you think of anybody that wants to join, please, please, please let me know, because remember, I'm trying to work with the mayor for him to let me know to be part of the process, so we know that somebody's coming on board instead of just being surprised when they show up all of a sudden. So, and again, just encourage people to come to a meeting to learn about it. So before they even fill out the application. So thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Angelique.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.